Alright people, this is Brad the Lad back again with another video, and today I will be doing my Wolverhampton Wanderers versus Manchester United preview for tomorrow's game at Molineux. It's a Monday night game because Wolves played their Europa League game against Pujanak, I think that's how you pronounce it, an Armenian side. They won 8-0 on aggregate with a 4-0 win. So I'm hoping that the Europa League campaign, the games in between will kind of have an effect on them, which will be an advantage for Man United. And we had a game like that last season when we played Burnley away. Burnley were knocked out of the Europa League before the game against Burnley for us, and we won the game 2-0. It could have been much more. Lukaku got both. Rashford got sent off in that game. So we're hoping for a very similar game this time round, but obviously we know Wolves have much better quality than Burnley. No disrespect to Burnley, but Wolves play better football. They've got better players, and I'm sure that Wolves will definitely cause us some problems. And in the first half against Chelsea, we were exposed defensively. We might have won 4-0, but defensively we're all over the place. In the first minute, Chelsea were all over us. They were determined to have a real go. We were very fortunate that they weren't clinical. And, we were also we're not going to be that fortunate this time round, because Wolves will punish us because they have some absolutely amazing quality. So there's no doubt in my mind that this is going to be, easy. This is going to be sorry, I got my words wrong there. There's no doubt that this is going to be a tough game. This is never ever going to be easy. I like the way Wolves play. I like what they achieved last year. They were always going to be a dangerous team. We drew 1-1 at Old Trafford, and we I said it again. We lost twice to Wolves. First in the FA Cup, we thoroughly deserved to lose that game. We were awful, and then we lost 2-1 in the league. And that was Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's second game as permanent Manchester United manager. And obviously, the difference we saw, if that was last season United against Chelsea, we would definitely not have won that game. I can tell you now, we would not have won that game. We would have probably lost. Obviously because they would have had Hazard and they wouldn't have had a transfer ban. I think the team would have been better, and and defensively we were absolutely all over the place. But the big difference makers were Harry Maguire and Aaron Wan-Bissaka. They were absolutely key to that game defensively. They kept us in the game. They were physically dominant, and they were pretty much terrific as well. So obviously it is going to be a difficult game against Wolves, and we have to sort ourselves out. Hopefully Ollie's been coaching the team, and obviously he will have done, but obviously he sorts the defence out. I would like the same back four to play in that role. Still don't want Matic in the team. Will be cost badly. I think we should stick with the same lineup as we had against Chelsea, I think. Or we could involve Dan James in that team, maybe put Martial up front, or maybe we could experiment and put maybe James on the right, Rashford on the left, and Martial right through the centre. And I think put Pogba, Pereira and McTominay in that midfield again, because I think they would really make a big influence for the team. Excuse my hair for being a bit wet at the moment. I've just come out the shower as well and got changed. So yeah, just thought I'd let you know. Obviously it's going to be a tough game. I'm predicting a 2-0 win for United. I'm hoping Wolves are off the pace. Because there was some games like last year they lost to teams like they lost to Watford at home, lost to Huddersfield home and away actually, which is quite surprising. And they also lost to Crystal Palace at home as well, and Wan-Bissaka was in that team as well. So Wolves can have an off day at times. Based on what we saw last season, they started the season off with a a 0-0 draw against Leicester, had a goal disallowed by VAR. We didn't have any VAR controversy this week, fortunately. Hopefully we don't tomorrow either. Hopefully the decisions do go our way rather than Wolves' way. That's nothing exactly against Wolves, but obviously we want the VAR decisions, like Tottenham did on Saturday yesterday. What am I on about? That's overall what that's overall what I think of the game. I'm going to be positive. I think Wolves, because of the Europa League, that might have a slight effect on them. Obviously, they did rest players and they brought Jimenez and Jota on. They brought the big players onto the pitch. I don't know if that'll have a big influence. I thought Nuno took the Europa League very, very seriously. So, it is going to be a tough game regardless, and I hope we go out there and win. But, and I hope we're at our best, because we need to be as well. Consider us playing Liverpool or Man City. Obviously Wolves are not at that stage. They probably could be in the next few years, but you've got to consider it as a game like that, because that's how dangerous they can be. So, I'm going to go for a 2-0 Manchester United win. I'm going to be confident. I'm going to be positive, and hopefully we can get the right result. Would I take a draw? A draw away at Wolves wouldn't be so bad. I didn't really think about that, I asked myself that question today. I'm like, would I take a draw? I'm like, won't be so bad, I think, I'd take a draw against Wolves, and, we've got Palace on Saturday, Wan-Bissaka facing his old club. So I think that would be a game we should win. And then Southampton as well, Ideally, there's no easy game in the Premier League. I know that. The Premier League is getting better and bigger. There's lots and lots of teams this season that are much better. It's not just 4 or 5 teams who are good at the moment. There's about 8 now, so, or maybe even more. So you can't always underestimate a team like Wolves. I don't think anybody does, but they are absolutely a top team. And they did so well against most of the big clubs last season. I think perhaps everybody. I think the only team that they didn't manage to get any points off in the Premier League was Liverpool, although they did beat them in the FA Cup, which Liverpool pulled out a weakened team, which is fair enough, because Liverpool were competing for the Premier League title and the Champions League at the same time. So I don't think the FA Cup was top of their priority. So guys, that is the end of the video for today. That is my Wolves versus Man United preview. Tomorrow I will be doing my review. Hopefully it's another positive one. Hopefully I don't have a meltdown or anything. I don't think I will. I'm not usually a meltdown person. But please remember to like, subscribe and comment below. I'm Brad the Lad. Love you all. Brad is out. Peace out.